Here's an application problem having to do with solving inequalities. This problem states that Kurt can be paid in one of two ways for the furniture that he sells. Plan A is going to give him a salary of $800 per month plus a commission of 10% of the monthly sales. Plan B gives him a salary of $1,200 per month plus a commission of 15% of the sales that exceed $8,000 for the month. For what amount of the monthly sales is Plan B better than Plan A, assuming that Kurt's sales are always going to be more than $8,000? So in this problem, the thing that makes it an inequality is the way that the final statement is worded. It says, for what amount of monthly sales is Plan B better than Plan A? Not where are they equal, but where is Plan B better than Plan A? To work this problem, we will write Plan A and Plan B as expressions in two columns. So how does this person get paid if they're paid under Plan A? Well, he gets a salary of $800 plus a commission of 10% of the monthly sales. Okay, for this problem, we don't know what the monthly sales are. We do know that they're always more than $8,000. So up at the top, let's let X equal his monthly sales. Doing that, then Plan A would be the $800 plus 10%, so 0.10, times the monthly sales, which would be X. Plan B is $1,200 plus, and then it's 15% of the sales that exceed $8,000. We have to be careful here. The 15% would be 0.15, but we're not going to be multiplying by X. We would be multiplying by the sales in excess of $8,000. So let's say that he makes $8,001 for that month. He will only get 15% of the extra dollar. And so what we would want to do here is we would want to go and say X minus 8,000 as what we're going to take 15% off. We know that X will always be greater than $8,000, so it's proper to put that first, and then if we subtract off the 8,000, then the result would be how much over $8,000 his sales were that month. Now, the question was, for what monthly sales is Plan B better? So we need this plan to be better, to be larger, to be greater than the other plan. That being the case, our inequality symbol would go this direction. Plan B is greater than Plan A. If it had wanted it to be greater than or equal to, it would have had to have the equal to statement in the problem. So this one, we know the inequality symbol goes this direction. From here, we then want to solve. To solve, we see the parentheses on the right, which means the 0.15 needs to be distributed. Everything else will remain the same for now. .15 times X would be 0.15X, and then 0.15 times negative 8,000. We can do that on the calculator. It's 1,200. It would be a negative 1,200. We then would want to combine like terms. We see on the right hand side we have a 1,200 and a negative 1,200 that would be like terms. Those two would zero out. And so we would have 800 plus 0.10x less than 0.15x. Now be careful here. We see that we have x's on both sides of our inequality. I've taught you to always move your x's to the left-hand side. So in this case, you'd subtract 0.15x. All right. The reason I say to be careful is on the right-hand side, those cancel. You want to make sure that you leave a 0 in the right-hand side of the inequality. On the left side, you'd have 800 and then minus 0.05x. Now subtract your 800. The 800s would cancel. We'd have negative 0.05x is less than negative 800. And then divide both sides by negative 0.05. Doing this, those cancel. You're left with x on the left. We want to divide that on the calculator. We know it would be a positive, so we can just divide 800, divide by 0.05. Okay, that would leave us with 16,000. And then on this problem, we've divided both sides by a negative number, so your inequality symbol needs to switch direction. So on this one, we need to be careful about how we interpret the answer. We've gotten that x must be greater than 16,000. That means that for plan B to be better than plan A, the monthly sales must exceed $16,000. Be careful that you don't say for plan B to be better than plan A, the monthly sales must equal $16,000. What happens at $16,000 is that your salary for plan B and your salary for plan A are actually equal. So because this problem is stated as an inequality, you need to make sure that your answer is also stated as an inequality.